everything. Putting this shit on Twitters. On their old hub. Oh no, Attack on Titan spoilers already trended on Twitter. I'm
Dude,
out. Trended on Twitter. I'm
dude.
out. Trended on Twitter. I'm out. What to say, like, for real? I'm like, I knew what happened because I read the manga, but I didn't say nothing. About to say, I'm not one of those fans.
Yeah.
All I gotta say is people about to be sad.
Damn.
Hold up, I'm getting.
Damn.
You thinking off of Twitter, right? Don't go on Twitter.
Yeah.
What's that? Why you need to go on Twitter? What's on there? Hmm? You got some big booty bitches you talking on Twitter?
I wish.
What to say? Stay off of that. You don't want Attack on Titan spoilers. I'm sorry, it's taking a while, okay? Before they say I should have been doing this, first of all, while we knew we were doing the podcast, I
Yeah.
didn't I didn't exactly plan this out accordingly. I was sleeping.
Mhm.
I was up. We were looking at Scoob till 12, and yeah. Why would I put Attack on Titan? We don't live react here. I don't know how to get around copyright, so yeah. I don't. That's the only reason we don't live react to Attack on Titan on Twitch, because I don't know how to get around the copyright. And I'm like, do I really want to risk my channel just for
Yeah.
5 measly views? No, I don't. Damn, it's the 29th of January? Ren, it's like,
It's the 31st, dude.
bro, that's even worse. Bro, I think we were high most of the time.
Yeah.
We didn't know what was gonna happen, my guy. Yo, we got a follower. Thank you for coming.
Nice.
Yo, hey kitty. But yeah. Welcome. We gotta kinda get into everything. So let's start talking about the news. First of all, how you guys doing? How you guys doing on this wonderful Sunday Sunday is it morning? It's noon, right? And I didn't get to join the sesh pity. Well, you gotta remember this is our podcast is still very new. So yeah, go ahead and introduce yourself, friend.
I am Ren.
Um,
That's all you need to know.
yeah, didn't know there's me, Phantom. Um, by the way, now we hit 80, but let's get into the news. So, you want to talk about Tim Drake captain first? Because you know more about
Yeah.
that.
So
I,
his name is where is it? Jay Lycrugo. I butchered that probably.
hold up, I'm
If
pulling
people
the.
didn't know, he's one of the thugs on the Batman Matt Reeves movie.
He was seen in the trailer, I think, in the back of the.
He was in a movie called I May Destroy You and the Amazon short called Father of the Bride.
Hold up, give me a minute. I'm pulling him up so you guys can see. But no, keep talking.
Pretty much, this is going to be on Titan season 3. If those who don't know who Tim Drake is, he is the official third Robin in canon that Batman recruits, but he recruits him for the good reason, which was he found out he was Batman.
Pretty much, yeah. Like, and how we found out was because didn't he saw Dick Grayson do a move that only the Graysons can perform, and he put two and two together. He was like, huh.
Yeah.
And he also noticed Batman became a violent killing machine when Tim died. I mean, when Jason died. But yeah, I don't know how they're gonna bring him in because remember Jason never died, so he's just gonna quit being Robin.
He's probably gonna quit being Robin and become the Red Hood. They're gonna do a new take on him because he did leave the Titans at
Yeah,
the end of season 2 during the funeral of Donna Troy.
yeah. So it's like I could see him saying that you got to be more harsh towards criminals,
Yeah.
which makes sense. To be honest, I thought like only one person who could really go up against Deathstroke like in a gunfight would probably be Jason Todd.
Oh yeah.
Him or or Deadshot. But we've never seen Deadshot fight Deathstroke, so because we can't have nice things in DC. But honestly, he's a good
Yeah.
casting. He's a different casting, African American casting, black
Now here's
people.
a funny thing: those who are against it, Marlon Wayans was supposed to be Robin, and he's getting royalties for every Robin appearance.
Yeah. Wait a minute. He was supposed to be Robin and Batman and Robin, right?
Actually, he was supposed to be Robin in the second Batman movie, Batman Returns, and then when Batman Forever came out, he was on call, and then they recasted him, and they made a deal with him where for every Robin appearance of Dick Grayson, he gets royalties.
Oh, nice. Dang,
That's
that's
why you don't see him struggling.
yeah. Because his last few movies have been. Whew. Wait for Dick Grayson though, like live action.
Yep.
So that means Titans. He got
So pretty much,
royalty.
pretty much, he got paid for Batman Returns,
Batman
Batman
Returns.
Forever,
Batman for
Batman and Robin, and then the Titans
because I'm like, hold up,
series.
because I know in Titans he not Titans, fuck, because I'm like, yeah, Titans had Dick Grayson, so every live action
Yeah.
appearance of him,
Yep.
let's say,
Yep.
could you imagine? Because Teen Titans and Teen Titan Go comes on like every fucking day. Could you imagine animation rights too?
Yeah. Only the live. Only the live.
But
That'd be
this
crazy if you got paid for the animated shit.
animated cartoon video game, this man would be rich. He be smoking
Yeah.
that DC Loud Pack. Wow, that's crazy. But yeah, guys, meet your new Robin. I am for it. I am for it. About to say DC don't cast a lot of melanin no more. I don't know what happened. We don't see Cyborg no
Yeah.
more. They be putting him in the back. They didn't turn fucking Beast Boy into a K-pop star. All types of crazy. But yeah, that I'm interested in this cat thing. I didn't even like really see much of Titan season 2, but if you're looking for it, you can find it on Netflix. Rain,
Yeah.
you gonna advertise HBO Max because we're broke?
Oh yeah. Yeah. You can find both seasons of Titans on HBO Max. Season 3, there's no release date yet. They're still filming.
Yeah, but yeah, Kitty, they turned Beast Boy into a K-pop. Well, they captain him, but honestly, that dude is cool. I like the guy who plays Beast Boy. He's nice, good person, good person. Now to the news that I want to talk about. Michael B. Jordan said he'd be willing to return for Black Panther. Hold up, let me just pull up Michael B. Jordan image in the article.
Wow.
What?
There's a lot of theories. There's a lot of theories of that. And some say it was because he came back from the snap, and then I was like, wait a minute, if the snap brought him back, then the snap should have brought back Black Widow.
It should have. Well, you got to remember she died in another timeline.
Yeah, that's true.
I always look at it like that because yeah, because I mean, also you got to remember there Wakanda is years ahead of our modern society. So you have to remember, Siri could have brought him back and wiped his memories. My cousin brought up a very good
True.
point. Like, you gotta remember, Wakanda is not America. It's not even Marvel America. Wakanda is like what Japan was back in the day, where they were fully ahead of us. and technology and shit. Cause when we look back at it, Siri did say she could repair most wounds, and he didn't get hit that hard. Let's
Yeah, she
face
did
it,
say that.
he got stabbed. Hold up, I'm about to pull up music. My bad, guys. I'm about to pull up that lo-fi. But no, she did say because they were able to fix Bucky pretty easy.
Yeah, they did.
Because they fixed Bucky, and then after fixing Bucky, oh shit, I could have played Resonance, but yeah, they fixed Bucky pretty easy. And with this, I'm gonna read the article because, I mean, it would make sense because they don't have a. And this is fucking killing my ears. Sorry, guys. It's been a while since we did a podcast. Okay, it's been a week.
Yeah.
But yeah, they. So basically, the article said Michael B. Jordan has closed the door on Marvel Cinematic Universe. In a recent interview, by the way, I'm reading this on Good Morning America, so you know it's kind of accurate. In a recent interview, Jordan revealed that he's open to reprising Black Panther role of Eric Killmonger if asked to return. That's something that is very near and dear to my heart. For a lot of the obvious reasons, Jordan told People magazine, referring to the loss of Chadwick Boseman, who died last August from colon cancer. God rest his soul. I had a really tough year losing somebody close to me, and what that meant for the franchise is it was devastating. But being in what would be when the world and the character, so basically he's saying, yeah, I'm down to do it again. Which honestly, I'm here for it. What about you, man?
Be something new because he was never Black Panther, was he, in the comics?
No, but he has been King of Wakanda sometimes and an advisor. I
It'll be
mean,
something brand new because you gotta stop and think. MCU, they don't do fully the same stories as the comics, you know.
that is true.
Do
100%
their
true.
own take, but almost because, like, for example, Spider-Man being Iron Man Jr.
Yeah, we gotta talk about that too. Shit, I forgot to write that down, but yeah, we gotta talk about that because that's a debate in itself. I wish we had more people on that, but keep going.
But like the only so far thing is they made Iron Man start off the Avengers. Start off like he's a hero. He was the supposedly the no only hero, but then you find out there's other heroes out there
Yeah.
that were before him.
So no Riri Hart.
But
Riri is, to be fair, um, Riri Williams has nothing to do with Black Panther though. And with
no, it's
yeah,
Iron Man. Will be like the next Iron Man,
cause
but they call her Iron Heart instead.
yeah. Even so, I am not a huge fan of her character. So I don't know. I just felt like she was shoehorned in there. Like they were trying to do Miles for Iron Man. She's gender bent Miles. That's what she is to me. But keep going.
Yeah. But just like I said, MCU do things differently with the storyline. They're missing a lot of characters in Endgame.
Yeah.
They're doing pretty much the ultimate take, ultimate universe kind of stories.
Yeah.
But
And they're doing a pretty
to see how he came back.
Yeah, and they're doing a pretty bad job of it as of lately. Cause like I don't know. I think I'm over the MCU. That bad?
No, I'm done myself because you got something to think. How are they gonna overtop Endgame?
Yeah.
All the years of development with these new. Also, we have new characters coming along. Yeah, Secret Wars would be okay to happen, but I don't see it big as Endgame was.
Well, it depends. If they do it like 2015 Secret Wars, then they have themselves might have themselves one of the best next sci-fi movies. So it's like, think of it like this. And if I can explain what the Secret Wars, which get ready for a headache, Secret Wars 2015 was basically Doctor Doom said, how do I put it? Doctor Doom essentially said, fuck the Beyonders, killed them niggas. Then 5 minutes later, and we got, what did we get? Oh, we got a host. Thank you, Kingdom Key. Thank you, Kingdom Key with the host. Basically, Doctor Doom
Nice, nice,
said,
nice,
"Fuck
nice.
the." He said, "Fuck the Beyonders, killed them, became a god, and created a world where all these alternate universes exist." I can see that as a movie, and then like he just murders Thanos to be like, "Yeah, I'm worse than that guy."
Yeah, they kind of are experimenting with the multiverse right now, thanks to WandaVision, and then
Yeah,
the Doctor Strange 2.
and supposedly Spider Verse, but I feel like that's too soon. They're trying too hard at that point. Because I feel like with Spider Verse, they don't need to do that at the moment. Because they're just
No, I think they're just doing it because they think, oh, the cartoon made lots of money. Maybe a live version will bring in more people. To be honest, I think it is gonna make a lot of money because they're bringing back Toby, the most overrated actor of Spider-Man. They're bringing back Andrew Garfield. They're bringing back Jamie Foxx, Alfred
Jimmy
Molina,
Fox.
and there's rumors of Dan DeHaan,
Yeah,
who
they're bringing
was
back a lot of
green.
people. Sorry, hold up, let me do something because you're
Yeah.
cutting in and out. I have all these fucking tabs open. But yeah, what's up, Alpha? How you doing? How you doing, Kingdom Key? But I don't know. I feel like Spider Verse doesn't need to happen right now. So I don't know. And then it's like with Black Panther 2, I'm very curious because they're like, well, we're not gonna recast Chadwick, and I'm like, I'm okay with that, but at the same time, I'm wondering how you're going to do that. How?
Yeah.
Like, how are you gonna keep doing the movie, but it's it's very it's very confusing. But I'm down for Michael B. Jordan as fucking Black Panther. That'd be an interesting ass take. And I'm sorry, my phone went off. But yeah, I could see that. That's an interesting take. I It's just gonna be weird because like, is he a villain now? Is he a hero now? Because I don't know.
Yeah.
Even how he died didn't feel like I felt like he reformed, but I don't know. I wouldn't want it to be a generic thing. I'd want them to explain it because it'd be weird. That fight is like, oh yeah, remember I strangled you? Shuri take the crown probably. That would make sense. That would make sense, Kitty. Um, Honestly, I thought that was the plot they were gonna go for with Shuri taking up the mantle of Black Panther because she's been Black Panther before. She also destroyed Atlantis, but we don't talk about that. Yeah,
That
no,
too, they're rumoring that Namor is going to be the villain of the movie, or some kind of villain.
yeah. I mean, Namor isn't exactly good or evil. He's just a douchebag that like to fuck
And
with
what's
the
the point?
fantastic wife.
Invisible Woman.
Even though I cannot see you at times, I still love you. You're breathtaking. That's if they cast Keanu Reeves. And they already confirmed they're not CGIing him in the movie, Kingdom Key. All the actors said no, because they said they wouldn't return if they did that. Because honestly, that was disrespectful, like the CGI a person in there.
Yeah.
Especially having what Chadwick brought to the table, like, nah, they're not doing that. Marvel already said they're not. Which is why I'm like, they're probably gonna have him, like, die off screen.
They're probably going to say like some kind of disease of
Yeah.
Wakandians suffer.
Because the black, the herbs that they gives them to drink and to eat can kill them if they're not worthy enough for it, or their body just takes too much damage.
Or that or a side effect of it, like, that second one he drank.
Yeah. So maybe he wasn't like, because there was already a king, his body just rejected it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that he's casted. Next news, what we got? What we got?
Robinhood, GameStop, stock market stuff.
My God!
I'll read.
Twitter has been
I'll read
on.
the article.
Okay, go ahead. Twitter has been on their shit about this GameStop stocks. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
First, it was the Redditors hatching plans to hype the shares of sleepy video game company retailer. Then it was the hedge fund shorts they had schemed to topple. Now one of the Wall Street's strangest weeks in memory has a new main character, the stock trading app Robinhood. With a historical run up in the price of GameStop minting millionaires and showing the vulnerability of the stock market to coordinate action and mass hysteria, eyes turned a Silicon Valley startup that was making it easy to get a piece of the action, until suddenly it wasn't. The Menlo Park, California company came in for widespread criticism Thursday after blocking its users from buying or trading a set of stocks that had been whipped up to astronomical prices by a combination of hedge funds and individual traders egging on one another in online forums. The block stocks are mostly of troubled companies: Tootsie Roll, AMC Entertainment, Bed Bath & Beyond, and most notably GameStop,
Hold
which
up.
has risen
Tootsie
from
Roll?
1725, yep,
Bro.
which has risen up from $17.25 on January 4th to a high of $347.51.
All I have to say. Are you done? Red?
That's the first part of the article.
Alright, we're
So
gonna
go ahead
stop
and
here.
speak
All I gotta
about the
say
Twitter
is
stuff.
that fucking owl found the center of a Tootsie Roll pop faster than most of these Redditors. What the hell is going on with the world today? Like, okay, let me explain. Twitter was going nuts when this happened. And I would pull up some tweets, but they got rid of them because Robinhood, as everyone's been saying, was robbing the hood. Pretty much, I remember someone said they were going to buy stock in the app, right? And it wouldn't let them, and it kept crashing. So basically, niggas was becoming millionaires off of millionaires, and the millionaires got mad. But to say there was some dude on, but to say there was some dude on Reddit that said I'm gonna become the Wolf of Wall Street, and he was like, "I will, God." And it's bad because it's like, you know, it's bad when the whole internet goes against one person. There was no Republicans or Democrats. One of the politicians that I follow, AOC, she's the most leftist person ever. Pretty much teamed up with a Republican, and the Republican teamed up with her, and then everybody teamed up with them just to go after Robin Hood. Then Reddit decided GameStop was on their shit. So they went after GameStop. Then they're like, okay, not just GameStop, but then they went after everything else, including AMC theaters. But they didn't know they were raising up the stock and they were helping the economy. Like, this shit was on some fucking fire. I have never seen the stock market. I have never seen. It wasn't even just Twitter. It was all of social media be on fire. It got so bad at some point I was like, I'm too tired to deal with this. I don't know what the fuck they talking about. Then I wake up and everybody's just like, yo, the stock market is destroyed. America looking like some fools today. And I'm like, this wasn't the first time. It was not. I just have never seen so many, and excuse my language again, so many niggas flaunt towards GameStop before. And I still don't got a PS5. I still don't have a PS5. But these niggas are out here buying stock like it's nothing. And no, you know a freaking 11-year-old is a millionaire now because of this.
I did not know of that, but that's freaking crazy.
An 11-year-old, a little girl. But this time when we all shut off our Wi-Fi for the day, no. About to say, the stream is doing fine. They said we're excellent right now. But, yeah. Fucking weird. And no, most of the people who bought stock, they're fucking raking in that money, man. And they can't do anything because it
Yep.
was legal. Everything they did was legal, Ren. But to say, you ever seen The Wolf of Wall Street, Ren? It's like
Yeah,
what
I see
it's like
it.
like what Leonardo DiCaprio said. What were we doing legal? Yes. Was it moral? Hell no. Cause Jesus Christ, I have never seen so many people get fucked up. And the thing is, I think everything slowed down now. Oh, I meant that as a joke because of Twitter. Yeah, Twitter was wild, but it wasn't just Twitter. It was Instagram. It was some niggas in Stock Market Discord, if that exists. Hopefully not. It was just the whole. And you know it's bad when the news had to get involved. Rain.
Yeah.
The
So
news.
this is what else happened on Thursday afternoon. A group of users filed a class action suit against Robinhood for its decision to block the stocks. And on a street corner in front of the company's Menlo Park headquarters, 5 young men stood in the rain. They held homemade signs that read "Screw you, bought more" and "Free GME, people over profit." A shirtless man was being cuffed by police nearby. Nobody honking support.
Bro, there was a nigga without his shirt on in the rain saying, buy more. I'm sorry, that's the end of the article.
The shorthand for this maneuver is a short squeeze. In the last 4 days, shorts lost $1 billion.
$1 billion. Oh my god. And you know what's funny? Everybody kept retweeting let people trade on a Robinhood Twitter, right? That didn't age
Yeah.
well because they didn't let people trade. They blocked you from trading and buying stocks. So it's like, yes, like I don't know. No one came out on top of this situation, bro.
Just before midnight, Robinhood sent out a notification that would block users holding options on GameStop and AMC from buying more options.
So now they're blocking people from buying the stocks.
Yep, and then the next morning, the company posted an announcement that the restrictions also apply to 11 other stocks, including BlackBerry, Express, and Tootsie Roll.
Yeah, I remember when everybody had a BlackBerry. Why do you want to stop people from buying stocks from Tootsie Rolls, though? It's like wrong. That's candy. Keep going. Finish the article. I'm
That's,
about to.
that's everything. That's everything that the article has.
Oh, okay. So basically, I'm gonna try to explain it in stupid people terms because I'm stupid and it's the most I can understand. Stocks are like if you keep buying stocks, you get money in return, right? Because I don't think
Mm-hmm.
anybody in the chat understands what the fuck is going on. When you buy stocks, you can basically you get money. So they restricted people from buying stocks from companies like GameStop and AMC. Mind you, these businesses are already struggling because of the pandemic, and nobody can go to the movies because nobody wants to catch that good old Rona. Nobody wants to catch Carol Baskins. Um, so they're basically saying we're gonna block that. Robinhood is a place where you can buy stacks, and it's funny that they call themselves Robin Hood because Robin used to steal from the rich and give to the poor. Now he's stealing from the poor and giving back to the rich. And that whole app is getting sued now. Wanna know what's funny? Is that every politician, no matter what side they were on, it's basically like buying sharehold, right? Basically, yeah, that's the best way to describe it. Is sharehold. I think that's actually another word for it, isn't it, Ren?
I think so.
So yeah, it's like that's another word for it because it makes a lot of sense. Because pretty much. So basically, they're blocking you from buying the sharehold with their app. Mind you, how much did GameStop go up? Wasn't it like an $80 stock, and now you have to like buy for 120 and all that stuff now?
Yeah.
And you're only probably gonna get a very small percentage of what you paid for it. This is how niggas are becoming millionaires, guys. 2020 wasn't 2020 wasn't the gold mine. 2021, that's the gold mine. That's the cash. That's where you get the cash app. It's crazy, crazy. Next news, cause my brain cells are dead now.
Okay, we don't have any other news, but we have a discussion that we've been talking about earlier this week. Does
Oh yeah,
Batman have a contingency plan against Nightwing, Catwoman, Alfred, Tim Drake, Red Hood,
basically the Bat
Damian Wayne,
family.
the
Does he
Bat
have?
family?
Yeah, does he have plans to deal with?
Because
I
he has one for the Justice League, which I have the list right here in front of me.
go ahead
What
and
his
read it
plan
out.
is against Justice League. All right, first one is Superman, which is of course kryptonite. Another one for Superman is ionizing radiation, which is trapping Superman in a room filled with radiation. Pretty much kryptonite
And
radiation.
Red Sun. The Red Sun also can work.
Yes. Wonder Woman, he has nanites, which eject her body, leaves her trapped in a virtual reality battle against an opponent whom she cannot defeat and is her equal in every way.
Damn, he
The
Kratos that bitch.
Flash is, I think, the most brutal one. Nanites injected near the neck or the base of the spine would cause the Flash to become completely disoriented and spurt a seizure while at super speed,
That's fucked up.
easily putting him off balance and misdirecting him, causing him to crash into the nearest wall or hard surface at the speed of sound, leaving him unconscious. Another one of the Flash is
Wait, we
cold
got
temperatures.
Kitty who said if he had a Justice League plan, then it would make sense for the Bat fan. But you gotta remember, he sees them like his actual family. Would you have backup plans to kill your family? You gotta really think of this for a minute. Cause that's the only reason we're having this discussion. Cause we gotta think. Wait a minute, what? But go ahead, Ren.
Aquaman, his is a fear toxin.
Well, Aquaman's pretty easy.
Or prison, or put him in a prison with nothing but dry air.
That's true. Who was the last one? Oh, that the last one?
No, got Green Lantern, who, of course, fear toxin.
Easy. And also, that nigga doesn't concentrate. You can legit pull the ring off his
Martian
finger.
Manhunter is pretty much fire.
Okay, that one's anyone can do that.
Let's see, Green Arrow is pretty much busting up his arms.
Either that or just beat him up. What's Green Arrow gonna do? About to say, people give him too much fucking props. He was cool in one show.
Well, this list has the Teen Titans, but they haven't been in yet. For Starfire, Beast Boy, Raven, Cyborg, Bumblebee, and Task Force.
Honestly, it would probably just be send Nightwing after him. Because it's
pretty
like,
much.
Yeah, because then it's like, now with the Bat family, much like everyone else, I think he does, but he doesn't want to really use it. Because I feel like Catwoman would be easy for him because he's done it before.
Well, he dominated her.
Yeah, it's legit. Just making her feel little. And shit, are we going with the current Bat family? Because we got to put other characters in there that people don't know are Bat family related. Like Harley Quinn is technically the Bat family. Harley
Quinn just used fear toxin. But
or bring
at the
up
same
the Joker.
time, it has to be a really strong fear toxin, like the one that Punchline made.
All right. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go through the list. We're going to go through a list. And how we're going to do this is, first we're going to start off with Nightwing, Jason Todd, Batwoman, Batgirl, Tim Drake. Wait, are you writing this down? Write it down for me. I can't remember. I have old people memory. I have the memory of a fucking goldfish. I don't remember what I had.
Dick Grayson.
Right, Dick Grayson.
Jason
Jason
Todd,
Todd, Batgirl. Yeah, we're gonna do Batgirl.
Batgirl, Batwoman,
Batwoman, Tim
Tim
Drake,
Drake,
um, Catwoman.
Harley Quinn.
Yeah, Harley Quinn, Catwoman. We're not gonna do Alfred because I feel like no matter what, he's never had that for Alfred because he knows
Yeah.
Alfred isn't like that.
Damian Wayne,
Damian Wayne, of course, and shit,
Lucas Fox.
Lucius Fox. Yeah. Do his son because I don't feel like Lucius would be that hard to take out.
Okay, Luke. Well, he's Luke Jr. So
Yeah, because
Lucas Fox Jr.
He becomes Batwing.
Stephanie Brown,
Yeah.
Cassandra Cain.
I think they also count as Zatanna as a part of it, and
Yeah.
Huntress. So yeah, those are the ones. So first, Nightwing. Didn't he? There was he had a contingency plan for him in the Batman Arkham games. Cause I know, cause in the VR one, you got to kill him. Hold on.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you were looking for the person who killed Nightwing, and you were the guy who did it. Batman killed him, but it was in a simulation of if he ever got hit with the fear toxin. So I feel like the one way you can do it is that I don't, because Nightwing you'd have to do more. You can't psychologically damage him even more than he already is.
Well, Batman can manipulate him and mention his parents.
That's true. Or generally, it's like fighting a better version of yourself. But it's like people bring up Batman's parents and it doesn't affect him as much.
No, but Nightwing's because he wasn't like he's the light of Batman.
That's true. But he's never had that, like, how do I put it? He's always had a mental, like, toughness.
Yeah.
So I say physically, you can take him down physically, but he knows most of Batman's moves. Like they both knocked each other out.
Yeah, and they did. Yeah, they did fought to the death, like almost to the death on issue 50 of Nightwing, or was it? I forgot what issue it was. It was the last issue of New 52 where him and Batman fought before he went to Spyro.
Yeah, I remember that.
Now for Jason, that one will be really tough because, well, actually, you just gotta get him mad.
For real,
anger is
Damien said he's predictable. Damien himself, he was like, I can't predict Nightwing when he gets angry, but he's like, Jason's angry 24/7, so it's easy to deal with him. Honestly, that's all it is, just knocking him out. And it's easy knocking him out and getting him, because he's not going to be paying attention. He's going to try to shoot at you, or think that like, oh, I can easily take you out then. Because that's what got him.
He relies too much on his weapons.
Yeah, that's what got him messed up in Into the Red Hood. Batman was able to just throw something at him because he was too in his emotions. Now that's the one that a fear toxin would definitely work on him easily.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't think he's ever overcame that. Like Nightwing has overcome that. He's had the fear toxin, but him and Spider-Man, and yeah, I'm bringing this up. They both have one thing, and it's like when you have hope, you can that's essentially super plot armor. Because, come on, nobody wants to see the hopeful character die. That's facts.
Exactly.
So, yeah, but Jason, easy, fear toxin. He's not that much of a thing. And then just keep him in a contained room. What's he going to do, bust out? He doesn't have super strength. Now, Batgirl...
Batgirl is illogical.
Yeah.
Especially bringing up when she was crippled and how weak she was, during that.
Not just that, but
Joker took her down.
Doesn't Batman have the button to the chip in her spine?
Yeah.
He can just press it and cripple her again.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry that's how dark it is, but he just pressed the button and she goes like laid out flat like this. You can't see me because the camera's not, but I don't even have a camera on this computer. But yeah, she just kind of goes and collapse. So yeah, Batgirl's easy. Batwoman is kind of the same thing with Jason, right?
She is angry too.
Yeah, so it's like fear toxin is
Also, like all you gotta do is mention her
mention her what?
that she had to let go because of being Batwoman,
Yeah.
and she's distracted.
For real, like it's not some of these are just easy like contingency plans. Cause a lot of them are mental
Now,
manipulation.
now Tim,
Timid
because he's the next Batman. He's the next Batman in line.
bro, he took him out in the animated series. He took Batman out in the animated series. Remember?
Yeah,
Because he was like, "You almost fooled me multiple times," and Tim tied him up and left him on the roof. Sorry if you guys can hear a motorcycle in the background. But yeah, he tied him up and left him on the roof. So it would be like you'd have to outthink yourself if you.
yeah.
And I was like, the fear toxin isn't gonna work because he knows how to deactivate it. So you have to really think. But then again, he's not the physically stronger Robin. He's not. You'd have to just fight him. That's it.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, out of all the Robins, he had it kind of easier. So it's like he probably doesn't know how to fight. Fight like he can fight, but he's not over. He's not like Nightwing skill level or Jason Todd skill level.
Now
So
Harley is just manipulation.
for real, she's kind of easy if you. Because I mean, he did it when she was a villain. Shouldn't be that hard to do it as a hero.
Mm-hmm.
You just call her useless or something, and she'll pretty much break down. Heart, it's like that one. Then Clayface, because yeah, we're counting him in there. Special Bullet.
Yeah, that Batwoman used
Yeah,
to pretty much make him from not regenerating.
and I'm pretty sure it'd be easy to figure out who Clayface is if he tried to disguise himself.
Yeah,
So that's pretty much it, huh?
Catwoman is Catwoman is domination
Essentially, and
and
that's
manipulation.
about to say her.
Damien is he has anger too.
Yeah, but he does know how to control it till some point. That's where we get. And not just that, he's come the closest
Yeah.
out of all the Robins to actually killing Batman. So we can't forget that because he knows he is.
Just think of him as Bruce without Alfred's guidance.
Yeah. So it's like, honestly, if you can catch him by surprise, because that's what Bane did.
Yeah.
Bane knocked this little nigga out and then killed his butler best friend. All when his papa wasn't there. But shoot, I think that's everybody, right? I mean,
Yeah, because
Luke.
I can't think of anything for Cassandra, Stephanie, Santana, and Helena because they're not too much focused in the stories.
Yeah, and honestly, they just have basic training, so it's easy to like take them out. Their fear
Yeah.
toxin works, knockout gas, or whatever. But now, time for the real question: do you think Batman actually had these though?
I don't think he does because he trusts them too much.
Yeah, hell, that's what
I
happened
mean, look what
with the Batman Who Laughs, right?
yeah, like look what happened with Dick Grayson. We became Rick Grayson. He didn't have time to bring him back
That's true.
to his old senses.
How did he get back to normal? I don't remember how Dick Grayson went.
Joker had his memory,
He had a chip.
some memories in that. A
Oh,
crystal, like this mystical crystal that grants wishes.
oh no! Wonder Woman 84.
Yeah, pretty much.
He was like, I want
But
Nightwing back.
it brainwashed him too, though. It brainwashed him too to become a Joker Nightwing.
Oh. Because I was like, how did he become back to Dick Grayson? Because I never remember. I read a lot of the Nightwing stuff, but I didn't get to ever find out. How did he become Dick Grayson again?
I think it was from Barbara
Ah, okay.
waking him up.
Because I'm like, that's something. So it's like, yeah, it's the trust thing he has with them. Because, look at the
Yeah.
Batman Who Laughs. He was able to kill them because they trusted him too much. and he trusted them too much not to do anything. And he trusted like if something happened, they're gonna try to stop me. So this man just
The
pulled
only
out.
way the Bat family can defeat Batman
Yeah,
is that they get that file from the Justice League, because the Justice League has a plan that Bruce made for if he ever, goes crazy,
yeah.
Justice League has to take him out.
Even though, like, if you want to be 100% honest, and I'm about to make that fanboy argument that everyone makes, Superman could just speed blitz him. But to say for real, like, if you really want to be 99% honest, yeah, Superman could possibly do that.
He would, but here's the thing about Superman: he cares about his brother too much.
That
He'll
is
try to
true.
talk. He would use the Naruto Taijutsu.
he'd use that Naruto talk. Bruce, we can talk this out. We're the same. My whole planet blew up, and your parent died. But I never met mine, so it's like it's cool though. I'm fine with it. But still, we're the same, Bruce. We're the
Pretty
same.
much. Pretty
Martha,
much.
Martha, Bruce. What would Martha think? That's essentially what he would tell
Actually,
him.
I remember the plan from Justice League Doom,
Bruh,
mentioning his parents.
that is true. And then like you gotta do it in a morbid way though. Like Bane
Uh,
buried this nigga alive inside the casket of his mom and his dad.
I think the one who could take him out with the parents' defense is Jason Todd.
Yeah.
Cause he's an asshole.
He doesn't care. He already tried to kill him and
Or Damien too. Damien can talk him into it.
the thing is though, Damien does love his dad though.
Yeah.
Cause I'm like everyone thinks like Damien's cold hearted toward him. Like in recent comics, he shows extreme amounts of love for his father for some
People
reason.
want to see an example. Read Deceased.
To see that,
How it affected him with his dad becoming a zombie.
and it was
That
sad because
destroyed him.
he just told his son, he's like, "I love you," and then he got shot by Alfred. And I fucked with Alfred, so I'm like, it doesn't take a lot for Alfred to get sad about Bruce. So that's why it's like I don't feel like he has a contingency plan for him because he wouldn't want him to see him go down that road.
Yeah.
It's a bond, a brotherly, well, not brotherly, a fatherly bond. And it's like,
Plus, Alfred is the only one that can get away with slapping him.
that's true. Not just that, but Alfred probably has contingency plans for Bruce.
Oh yeah.
He probably feeds him some bad lobster thermidor or something. A cucumber sandwich. There's a pickle in this. Contingency plan number 1. Cause no, I just don't. I feel like he doesn't have them as much. I feel like Wonder Woman would kill him straight up. I'm sorry, I just don't. I don't feel like she has the energy to deal with all of that. I just feel like she would end up either just killing him all at once. I don't think Barry could act like the Flash. I don't think he would actually commence in it because he doesn't like. He doesn't even like taking down people for a long time. You see his rogues; they just run around the city,
Yeah.
and that's
I
because
think Green Lantern would take him down by using a hologram
yeah,
of his
because
parents.
Hal Jordan's a
Like
dick.
trap him in the box, and then with the willpower, form the faces of his parents.
But you know what Batman can do for Green Lantern? Bring up what was that city that he had? Bring up the Emerald City that got destroyed, and he tried to bring them back, and all came back as zombies and shit.
That would mention his dad, because remember his dad died.
Oh yeah,
Hal Jordan's dad died in a plane accident.
that is true. I feel like we're not giving these superheroes a lot of willpower. Cause bringing up their parents is like, I'm pretty sure they've had years to get over it.
Yeah.
Like you're not gonna make Spider-Man cry if you bring up his dad or mom.
I mean, I'm sure the Robins will mention Damien. At least we're not a test tube baby.
Bruh. Bruh. That's not even right. Bruh. Bruce didn't deserve. Fucking Damien didn't deserve to smoke.
There's even a comic of it too, where Tim says that to him.
Bro.
Well, it's a fan comic, not a actual comic.
Yeah. We did write that. We need help. Now, this is an argument that still is going on to this day because TikTok comic book community is wild as shit. Um, so basically, there's been sort of a slander campaign for the MCU Spider-Man, and I want to talk about it, and I know you're pretty good at talking about it. So I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna ask you a series of questions. Then I want you to give your opinion on the character. So first things first. Do you actually like the MCU Spider-Man?
Yeah, I do.
Second question. Do you feel like they were? I mean, you would have wanted a different way of introducing him than having him with Iron Man.
Yeah, I would have him differently introduced.
And lastly, what is your ranking of him amongst the three Spider-Man?
I give him an 8
Mm.
out of 10.
Now, next thing, did you like Toby? Like, get rid of the overrated stuff altogether and just go with like just your plain opinion.
I did when I was younger because I didn't read much Spider-Man at the time, and it was the first Spider-Man live-action movie.
Yeah,
I was a teenager when it came out, but as an adult, I don't see him as a good Spider-Man.
yeah. Now here's the Whopper question. Did you like Andrew Garfield?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Now, my answer to all those questions. Yes, I like Tom Holland's Spider-Man. Um what the second one I had put? Yes, I do not like that they made him Iron Man Jr. I I have the reverse thing because as a child, and then when other Spider-Man were popping in, I didn't like Toby as much anymore. But now rewatching it, it was like I like Toby as Spider-Man 2 so much. The rest of the movie's not really, but in Spider-Man 2 I understood it. Then it was like we got to what was the last question? I was like, yeah, where's the Andrew Garfield top? I love that character. Now that I re-looked at Amazing Spider-Man 1, you can't pay me money to look at Amazing Spider-Man 2. That shit was awful. Um, but it's like everyone's saying they don't like Tom Holland and they're bringing up the flaws. But I saw one dude, and that's how you know this is a fan base that my fan base became toxic. One dude, and he said something that we all need to hear. Is like, why can't we just look at? He was like, why can't we just be appreciative that we have a live action Spider-Man in the first place when some characters haven't even gotten adapted yet? And Spider-Man's been adapted 3 times. And I
Plus,
said,
if you're a huge Spider-Man fan, you've seen the shows, the live-action shows.
yeah. So, what's your overall thought on the take of the slander of MCU Spider-Man? And go full out.
Well, the thing is with these Spider-Man fans who are, disliking him for whatever reason. It could be him being Iron Man Jr. or because he's a teenager and they want Toby back because, they left a gap in Spider-Man 3 for a story to continue, because they would just want to see him as an adult, not a teenager again like they did with Amazing Spider-Man, kind of. To me, this is just the ultimate Spider-Man.
Yeah.
We see him struggle with school that much. We didn't see him struggling with relationships in school. We've seen him struggle with jobs in the Toby universe.
Yeah.
Andrew didn't show us much of him struggling, but we see that Aunt May is struggling.
Yeah.
Job because she returned to being a nurse.
Yeah.
Overall, these fans don't read the comics. They don't read that. There's so much they could do with Tom Holland. Tom Holland's still a youngster. He looks like a teenager.
Yeah.
He could do 7 Spider-Man movies and still look like a teenager.
The one argument that they brought up was Spider-Man is a whitewashed Miles Morales in this movie. And in the beginning I didn't agree with them, but it was like when I look at it from a certain angle, I kind of see what they were going for because they did give Miles Morales' friend to Peter. What I'll admit is it's you gotta understand. I love Miles with all my heart. Even when people were like, "Oh, he just whitewashed Peter," I'm like, you and excuse my language again, but you niggas use the same argument every time. Cause you guys can't keep saying, "Oh, he just whitewashed this." I'm like, you guys say that about every comic book character, though.
Yeah.
Like it's either black. It's like you make fun of them for turning a white character black or taking elements from a black character white. But if it was adapted the right way, you would have a problem with it anyway because you'd say something about diversity pushing. But what I have to say on that, the reason why I agree, because there was a girl that said it, but she brought up really good points. Because she was like, I feel like if we had younger Peter, he should have been on his own so that way he could have saw the example Captain America and Iron Man were doing. So instead of him have like he would make his suit by himself, and it would show the intelligence level of the character. Because he does, I'll admit, he does feel stupid. He feels like a stupid kid going to an expensive school. To me, in general, like she brought it
It's
up
just like
amazing.
it's the ultimate
All right, thank
universe.
you, Kitty. Yeah, but even in the Ultimate Universe, he didn't really like Iron Man.
Yeah, but it's like what I said earlier. The MCU is doing a different take than what we see in the comics because these
That's
movies aren't aimed towards comic book casuals. They're aimed towards movie lovers.
that's true. That is 100% true. Because these, I hate to say it, the MCU was not made for us, for comic fans. It was made to get newer people into comics.
Like I do enjoy that Spider-Man was already developed for 6 months. Like he was
Yeah,
existed with his crappy suit. I just didn't like the fact that it had to take Tony Stark to make his suit to
yeah,
make him Spider-Man. Like we didn't see him go on his own until Far From Home.
yeah. And I feel like that's the one
But
thing that made me
the only
disengage.
flaw was that it was a Tony Stark character that was the villain.
Yeah. I hate that about the MCU, that it's so centered around Iron Man. And here's the thing, unpopular opinion, I fucking hate Iron Man. Like the comic book version, I have never despised the character so bad. And in the movies, I have an okay. I'm like, he's cool now, but I mean, like, I know all the shady shit he's done. And then it's like it comes back to that whole argument about Civil War. I was like, let me put it this way: how come you instantly regret your decision after all your friends are in prison? At the end of the movie, go back and look at Civil War and look at the end. That man, when he's here, Thunderbolt Ross says, "We have to do what we have to do. You're lucky you're not in one of these cells." This man looked back and was like, "I know this nigga did not just, I know he did not just." He's like, "Oh my god, I made a terrible mistake." Like Iron Man is such a wishy-washy character, and the thing is, like, I'm not gonna lie. This one reason I'm over the MCU. I'm like, that make everything fucking connected to Iron Man. Like, I know you can't use Weapon X yet. I know you can't use this, but you now have the right, so you can leave a hint that they exist.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why they're being so hesitant with the MCU, and I'm getting old. I don't care anymore. When I was a teenager, this shit was fun, but now I'm like, cause I'm like, I never liked the Avengers until the movies. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was more of
Same,
an X-Men
same.
fan. I would like X-Men and Justice League was my shit. I liked characters that were involved with the Avengers. Like I loved Captain America. I loved Iron Man. Well, not Iron Man, but I loved fucking anything else. But I didn't like the Avengers as a team. Dude, I love the Hulk so much. I have a lot of Hulk comic books, but I will never say they were a team that I was interested in until they got into the movies.
Yeah.
But the X-Men, I was there for every movie, every animated series, every comic event, everything. I know knowledge from 60 all the way from the 60s involving the X-Men. So that's why I'm tired of the MCU because I'm like everything is either focused around dark. They have the same formulaic movie setup, and while they're good movies, like their quality, they're not doing it right. And they're trying to change up the formula, but people are, nobody's hyped for Black Widow anymore.
No, it died down.
Yeah, I think the most
They're more
thing
hyped for the TV shows than the freaking movie.
because the TV show they're doing things differently, and I love it. Cause WandaVision. Did you see this week's WandaVision?
It did was that gave me the creeps. What happened to Vision?
Fucking zombified Vision. That shit scared me.
Yeah, yeah. Like I was like, oh, holy shit.
And then seeing like Wanda snap on people.
Yeah,
That's what was like, okay, yeah, she's fucking crazy. But yeah, I'm more excited for the movie. I mean, the TV shows. Heck, the most I think I bought in for Black Widow, I have a figure. That's it.
I have a comic book, one volume of her. That's it.
Cause I don't know. I don't feel like Black Widow's gonna succeed. And they're trying to use Mulan as an argument. Mulan is trash. You can't fix that movie.
Well, no, it's not a comic book movie.
Yeah, no, but Disney's using that as the reason why they can't get put it on a streaming service. It would probably strive. They're like, oh well, Mulan didn't do so well. I'm like, you offered Mulan at $30. Not just that, it was a really bad movie. Like extremely bad. So I'm like, I don't understand the point that Disney's trying to make. Cause I'm like, Wonder Woman was a okay movie and it did pretty well on the streaming service.
Yeah.
Godzilla vs Kong is about to do gangbusters on a streaming service. And in theater probably, cause niggas are crazy. Niggas are gonna go out and roll a jet to see a monkey fight lizard. I I'm not I don't I like MCU Peter, but at the same time I don't like. Here's the four things I don't like about it. He doesn't mention Uncle Ben at all. And either
Yeah, that's what's missing of that. His uncle is his influence of being a hero,
yeah, because he said if I was
not
there on
not
time, I
Tony
could have
Stark.
stopped it. Yeah, for real. Like he
Yeah,
was like, if I was there, I could have stopped it. They made like a little Easter egg when he was like telling Ned, he was like, you know how she felt after that happened to him, but that he didn't say a name. Then it was like another thing I don't like about Peter. I don't like that he's relying on Stark's tech. Cause he didn't like Iron Man to begin with. Second, he built everything he's ever used using
yeah.
scraps. I think even in Tobey Maguire movies, he just found a suit from his school and just
That's why I'm afraid. I'm scared of X-Men.
yeah. Can you
I'm
explain why?
scared that because okay, if you recall in Hulk, they mentioned how deeply involved Howard Stark was with the serum,
Yeah.
and there was one called Weapon One
Uh oh.
in the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
So I am scared that the Super Soldier Serum will relate to Stark stuff, and the Super Soldier Serum will be used on the
Yeah, to make
like
the
in the
mutants.
isn't that how the Ultimate Comics were? They were super soldiers.
Yeah. I
Like I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that, but at the same time, it's too much Stark. The Marvel doesn't need to rely on him anymore. He's dead.
for real. It's like there's really no need for his character to have such a looming presence in the MCU. Cause shoot, it's like not everything is technology based. Some things are just random shit that happens out of nowhere. And I feel like that's what they're trying to do. Is like, oh well, it's in the real world. Well, Marvel had that, and it's called the Ultimate Universe. Not everything in that universe makes sense, but not everything in it doesn't. And it's like
Seeing that Toby's Spider-Man or Andrews influence him to do his own thing,
Please.
not rely of his tech. I mean, yeah, we get to see him build a suit, but it was using Tony's tech.
Yeah. I I'm just I think I'm just done with the MCU. I don't know. And I don't hate the MCU. I'm not one of those.
Yeah, I'm just not feeling the hype anymore because
Yeah.
again, Endgame brought out the biggest movie.
Not just that, but I'm starting to
With,
notice, like, you're starting to notice the cracks in these characters.
yeah,
It's like, you know how much of a Spider-Man fanboy I am, but it's like, I'm looking at him
yeah,
like, it's a shame when I'm like, I'd rather look at the older movies than look at these movies because I'm starting to see the flaws in them. And then, like, the people bringing it up on, like, so, Twitter, fuck Twitter. It's a fucking toxic cesspool. But, it's like, most of TikTok is calm. But when they brought, like, did that, and I was like, some things I agree with them on, and some things I don't. But mainly, I do agree when they said that Peter doesn't feel like Peter Parker. Like he doesn't. He feels like Ultimate TV show Peter Parker, not Ultimate Comics Peter Parker.
yeah.
Because if you, I know, haven't you read some Ultimate Comics with Peter Parker in it?
I read a few issues.
You notice he's a brat, right?
Yeah,
Like he's an angsty teenage brat, and it's
yeah. It was
like,
after older women.
yes, after older women. But like he was angry. He showed emotion. When his uncle Ben died, like that was his driving factor. He barely teamed up with anybody, and he struggled a lot. Bro was out here working two part-time jobs at one point after the ultimatum wave to kind of help support the family. And I don't see that in Peter Parker in the MCU. In the MCU, he feels like, I don't know, he had everything given to him. Shit, I'm not even gonna lie. That apartment that him and Aunt May live in looks like a pretty nice apartment. Just saying. I don't know. I feel like Homecoming, if Iron Man wasn't in it at all, would have been a perfect movie.
Yeah,
You could have still kept that like it was Dark Tech, but just have him like be a passing name or something. Cause he was never a big team player. And then it was like, as you said, now I'm kind of scared for the X-Men. Like, are they even still gonna be like the racial divide? Cause it's like with the X-Men, it always felt like it was they. Let me put it this way: someone brought this up, and it's a perfect analogy. The Marvel Universe worshipped the Avengers while they hated the X-Men. But the X-Men did more for the future and the Avengers did more for the present. Like, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Every post-apocalyptic event, not the Avengers, X-Men had stopped them, while the Avengers had only stopped the present. Like they only handled Thanos, while Thanos could have easily been dealt with. Fucking X-Men had Apocalypse, someone that had every superpower ever, and they fought this man on a daily basis. Where if in one future, if the X-Men didn't exist, he would take over the world. So it's showing like the threat they are handling are a lot better, but they're being hated more. And I don't want them to be like, oh, well, they're Dark Tech, so we have to love them. No, because I can't
yeah. That's
relate
what
to
I
that.
want.
I don't know. I just don't feel the love for the MCU anymore. Marvel
Yeah,
Comics, I love them, but they're falling into the same category soon. But it's like the MCU, yeah, they're now just. I kind of see where everybody's like, well, these are just big ass roller coasters now. The TV side of it is good, but that's the first time we can now officially say that the TV side of Marvel is good, but the movies are looking kind of like a DC movie.
yeah. Sadly,
In DC, y'all not doing any better. Like, I gotta come up with something. Like, get y'all characters right, and then like y'all already got the y'all already made the
All I
move.
gotta say about the DC universe is Snyder Cut is the last thing. We're not getting sequels. We're not getting spin-offs. Zack Snyder's done. People need to stop being selfish of him because he's trying to think about his family.
For real.
That's what made him step down too. Was because the Suicide Squad
Yeah,
too much. It's affecting his mental health.
which is it's just wild. But I think that's all we can talk about now today. We've done this for an hour.
But no, the Snyder Cut fans are like, "Oh, bring back the Snyderverse." Yeah, that's true.
We do not care about the snot of us. We're moving on. But I think we're about done for today. We got that hour and 30 minutes in. So any closing words or anything else you want to advertise or anything you want to say? Ren?
No,
Ren?
I got none. Just
Um, well, thank you guys for watching. Of course, let your heart be your guiding key. We don't have any questions, so we're all good. We'll see you guys next week. Hopefully, nothing too crazy happens. So, peace.